Alright, today I'm going to speak about the song A Change Is Gonna Come. The song was written by Sam Cooke in 1963. At the beginning of the song, he says, I was born by the river in a little tent. Sam Cooke was born in the first part of the 20th century, so it wasn't rare at the time for people to be born at home. But it doesn't say home, it says a tent, a little tent. So we can understand that his family was probably very, very poor. And then it says, I have been running ever since. I have been running here means I have been trying to escape. I have been running away from something. And so we can ask ourselves, what has he been running away from? Well, he is a black man, so he has probably been running away from poverty and injustice, from oppression. He has probably been running away from segregation and racism. And he says, I've been running ever since. Since when? Well, actually, this man is telling us that he has been running away from all those things since he was born. He has been running away from all those things all his life. But then he says, but I know a change gonna come. The song was written in 1963, and in 1963, in America, the life of black people was starting to get better, was starting to change a little bit. But it took a very long time. And in the song, he says, it's been a long, long time coming. What you have to remember is that black people were slaves for a long time. Slavery in the United States started in the 15th century and was abolished in 1863. But when slavery was abolished, racial segregation started, and the song was written 100 years, exactly 100 years after the beginning of segregation. In 1963, black people had been the victims of segregation, of racism, of injustice for almost 5 centuries. In the next paragraph, he says, it's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. Too hard living, of course. He is a black man, and so his life was hard. His life was difficult. He probably was the victim of oppression and the victim of racism. So he doesn't want to live. He doesn't want to live this life. But at the same time, he doesn't want to die. He is afraid to die. He says, I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. He is questioning his faith. He doesn't know what to believe anymore, what to believe in anymore. In the next paragraph, he says, I go to the movies and I go downtown. Downtown means to the city center. These are very normal things, or should be normal things. But he is a black man in the 1960s, so someone keeps telling him, don't hang around. Don't hang around means don't stay here. We don't want you here. All right, so we can suppose that the man who is speaking to him is probably a white man who doesn't want to see a black man in the city center, who doesn't want to see a black man at the cinema with him. And so in the next paragraph, he says, then I go to my brother. Of course, not his real blood brother. Maybe another black man, or maybe a white man. He's looking for someone to help him. Brother, help me, please. You have to remember that just before, someone told him, don't hang around. So he is afraid and is looking for help. But the man is asking for help. Um, he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. So this man is certainly a white man, and this white man doesn't help him. Quite the opposite. He beats him up. At the end of the song, in the last paragraph, he says, there have been times that I thought I couldn't last for long. Well, sometimes he thought he couldn't continue to live like this. Maybe he even thought about killing himself. It probably felt like there was no hope. But now, he says, now I think I am able to carry on. So things have changed. Things are changing. Now he thinks he can go on living like this because now there is hope. And the end of the song is, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes, it will. Um, it doesn't say it's possible or it's probable. He says it is certain. Things are going to change. I know it.